in today's video, I am super excited. This is my second annual Thanksgiving nail polish picks. If you watched this video last year, I shared polishes inspired by the traditional Thanksgiving meal, and basically picked colors that matched food on your Thanksgiving plate. The idea was Justin's, so shout out to Justin. And this year I decided to do the same thing, but I added a couple of extra foods. And this year, all the polishes are going to be OPI brand because I feel like that's a little bit more attainable, if that makes sense. Like you can go and find some of these things a little bit more easily. So this is the color palette I am working with, and I do think it is really, really beautiful, you guys. So I incorporated a couple of things that I eat for Thanksgiving. That may not be traditional, or things that maybe not everybody eats, but that's okay. So first polish is going to be inspired by, of course, turkey. Turkey is the star of the Thanksgiving show. I think I told you guys last year, turkey's not my favorite. Like, I don't live for turkey. Do you remember the movie A Christmas Carol where like the dad is obsessed with turkey? That is not me. I prefer a good ham, to be honest with you. I would rather eat Thanksgiving ham. But turkey is the traditional Thanksgiving star of the show, so we will talk about a turkey colored polish. This is going to be OPI in the shade Going My Way or Norway. I've worn this polish once, I believe. I do like this on my nails, and I do feel like it gives me a very sort of like mannequin hands look on the nail. It's very like elegant for me. And very like classy. I feel like it matches my skin tone very, very well, but without washing me out. So I really like this polish. I feel like formula is good. 2 coats to get opaque, and just it's giving golden baked butterball. Golden baked butterball. So this is really, really beautiful, you guys. And perfect for fall, not just Thanksgiving. And I even think this works like any time of the year, just because it's like a neutral. But this year, you guys, I decided not to leave ham out. I'm not going to leave ham out. Poor ham. It's my favorite food, and last year I didn't even talk about it. So ham's probably like favorite food your butt. But I do love a good ham. So for my ham-inspired shade, I went with OPI in My Solar Clock is Ticking. This polish, you guys, is so beautiful, so flattering, great formula, very much a grandma shade to me, sort of like that pinky mauve you guys know I'm obsessed with. I've worn this once and I just thought it was so beautiful and just flattering. Great formula on this. 2 coats to get opaque. Look at that, you guys, just so classy, so classic. What my polish dreams are made of, and my food dreams, since it is inspired by ham. Do you guys like your ham with pineapple on top, or do you not like pineapple on top? I don't really care one way or the other. I just need ham. And then when I have my leftover ham the next day, I like to fry it in a pan for breakfast, to make like breakfast ham. And then I will make like hash browns, and I'll make bacon, and I'll put some cheese on everything. That is way better than a leftover turkey sandwich. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care. What I tend to do with leftover turkey, though, if there is any, is I will make turkey green chili enchiladas. So in New Mexico, green chili chicken enchiladas are like where it's at. And they are my favorite type of enchilada, as opposed to red enchiladas. But when there's a lot of turkey left over for Thanksgiving, I do enjoy a green chili turkey enchilada. So that's how I do my leftovers over here. That's how I fuel myself the day after Thanksgiving for shopping. And it gives me a lot of energy, in case you guys are wondering. Then for mashed potatoes, I went with the shade OPI in My Boyfriend Scales Walls. So this is a little bit of a gray color. I know our mashed potatoes are not gray, so just like go with me on this. I don't really wear like traditional white often, so I don't have a lot of it, and I don't really care for the formula of a lot of white polishes. I do, however, like this formula, and I like that it has that little just like drop of gray on my skin tone. This does have a little bit of a more difficult formula just because it's lighter. So it is 3 coats to get opaque, you guys, but it is really beautiful. I feel like the lights are making this look like very, very bright, where it's just not as bright as it's looking. But this is going to be my mashed potato pick. Do you guys like mashed potatoes with gravy? Do you like mashed potatoes plain? How do you eat your mashed potatoes? I feel like potatoes are like the all-star of all vegetables. But then someone is going to come on here and be like, it's not a vegetable. It's a nightshade, I think they call them. Like carrots, because they grow underground. I don't know. Anyway, don't quote me. I am not a horticulturist. But potatoes are so versatile because you could have like a French fry. You could have a baked potato. You could have a mashed potato. You could have a hash brown. You could have everything you ever wanted. You could have potato chip. Like, they just fulfill a lot of needs for me in my life. I personally do not prefer gravy. I'm not a gravy person. I don't like white gravy. I don't like brown gravy. I don't like cream gravy. I don't like none of it. And in New Mexico, it is traditional to make red chili for Thanksgiving for most people. And so a lot of people put red chili on their mashed potatoes and their turkey. So instead of doing gravy this year, I decided to include a shade for red chili. And this is OPI in Big Apple Red. Red chili tends to be like a very bright red, but it is very also sort of like orange leaning. How we do our chili is we do ground beef, and then you can either roast chili pods and then blend them down and kind of season your meat and all that, or you could do chili powder. It goes either way. And so this is the chili shade here. I wear this polish, you guys, every December for Christmas, and this year I am not planning to. I am going to be showing you guys a rack of what I plan to wear for the month of December, and this is not on it, which is kind of shocking. It may still sneak in, but this is one of my favorite reds from OPI. I don't typically prefer like a warmer toned red like this one. I prefer my reds to be a little bit more cool tone, but I just think this is so beautiful, classy, has a great formula. Just a classic OPI, right? So it's perfect to represent red chili. Then a lot of people do green bean casserole. I do not eat green bean casserole. My family does not make green bean casserole. That's not like a traditional dish for us, but I know a lot of y'all do. So for my green bean casserole inspiration, I have chosen Rated Pea-G. Guys, this is such a pretty polish. This is one of my favorite OPIs ever. I just really adore this shade. I feel like it's very flattering. 2 easy coats to get opaque. I really do love it. It's just a gorgeous green, and I feel like it works for a lot of seasons. Like, I feel like this definitely works like right now in the fall, but then I've worn this in the spring and I loved it then, and I even think like in the summer it is bright enough to pull off as a summer polish. So one of my favorites. If you don't have this and you need a good green, I would highly recommend this to you. Then stuffing. I do not like stuffing. I am not a fan of stuffing. When I was a little kid, I would even like not want to like be by the stuffing on the Thanksgiving table because I feel like stuffing has a weird smell. If you like stuffing, I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend you, but I'm not a fan of stuffing. But since it is very much a traditional Thanksgiving food in my household, we will talk about it. So I have OPI in the shade A Woman's Pragueative. A Woman's Pragueative. This was sent to me by a polish friend. I don't think I have ever worn this polish. You can see how it looks here on this little like cabochon. It's so pretty though. And I decided that I needed a little bit of like bling in my Thanksgiving plate. I feel like blingy bedazzled stuffing is the way to go. Specifically since I don't really care for it, this is kind of a way to spice it up for me. Like maybe if my stuffing was like topped in glitter when I was a little kid, like I might want to try it. I don't know. But anyway, this seemed really sheer. This is a clear nail wheel. This is 3 coats. You can see like my darker nail underneath. So I don't know if this would get fully opaque on its own or if it would be better off as like a topper. If any of you own this, let me know how you have worn it and what you kind of thought about it. Because like when I move the bottle around, I don't know if you could see that. Like it does, it's very, very sheer. Like very sheer. But it's just like, that is gorgeous. It has just like a very beautiful, like glowy glitteriness. So I want to try this. I think it's super pretty. Then, cranberry sauce. Do you guys have cranberry sauce for Thanksgiving? I do not. I do not serve myself cranberry sauce. I know my family does sometimes have cranberry sauce around. I just don't. I don't. I'm a very picky eater. That's one thing about me, is I don't like my food to touch. So like if I'm having corn and the corn juice like gets into like, let's say mashed potatoes, that's a problem. Or like if the corn juice gets on like a dinner roll, problem. Being this level of picky eater does make life difficult. And so anyway, that is one of the reasons I feel like I'm not very much into the traditional Thanksgiving. But cranberry sauce deserves a polish as well and deserves to be celebrated because people do love it. So for my cranberry pick, I have OPI in the shade I Am Really an Actress. I wore this last year for Christmas, like in a Skittle manicure. You guys, it's so pretty. I kind of wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it because it is warm toned. It does have some gold shimmer, which I am really beginning to notice is not my thing. A gold shimmer. I have destashed a lot of polishes because I feel like they're too warm. The gold shimmer is too much and I just wasn't feeling it anymore. But this was so gorgeous. I did not feel that way at all. And I just feel like it has a very beautiful, like sort of like cranberry colored base. So this had a great formula. Could honestly be a one coater. I did wear it at 2 coats, and you guys look at how like glossy and just shiny. All the shimmer in this is so pretty. Like everything you see in the bottle here, you do see in the nail. It is just to die for. To die for. Then last up is my favorite Thanksgiving dessert, and really one of my favorite desserts ever. Pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie is my favorite pie of all time. I feel like apple, blueberry, pecan, like those just can't compete with the goodness that is pumpkin pie. And especially pumpkin pie, like piled high with like Cool Whip. So good. I am actually hosting Thanksgiving this year at my house as opposed to my parents' house. We just feel like we have a little more room here. And I bought a pumpkin pie and I bought a big humongous tub of Cool Whip that's like this big because I don't want to run out. But my pick for pumpkin pie is going to be OPI in the shade Have Your Panettone and Eat It Too. I picked this up, and now that I look at it, I'm not really sure why. Like I feel like this is just not a polish that I would be drawn to and like I would pull out often. It's really pretty though. Now that I'm doing this, I am a little bit more impressed as opposed to just the bottle. But like I'm more drawn to like just brighter colors. Like I've told you guys, I'm more drawn to like this green. I'm more drawn to the color of ham. I love this cranberry sauce. If you gave me all of these polishes and told me to pick one to wear, like this one would not be it. And sometimes I'm like, why do I buy this stuff? But I feel like it was obviously filling a void. I don't have a ton of polishes in that color because it's not something that I, again, am drawn to. So, anyway, it's gorgeous. It had a great formula on this nail wheel. 2 coats on a clear nail wheel usually indicates a very good formula. And so, there you go. There you go. What is your all's favorite dessert? I feel like I just talked a lot of, I feel like I just gave a lot of other pies a hard time for my true love of all pies, pumpkin. I do like a blueberry pie. And then my son's girlfriend is making pumpkin rolls. Oh, you guys, I love a pumpkin roll. I love anything cream cheese. Like if you do cream cheese, I'm here for it. It always messes up my stomach, but I eat it always. I will never turn down anything with some cream cheese in it. So a pumpkin roll I'm excited for. I did pick up a pecan pie because that is Justin's favorite pie. I think he might be the only one that eats it, but we'll see. But this year for Thanksgiving, it's going to be my parents, my younger son and his girlfriend, my grandson, my older son, Justin, me, and then Justin's dad may join us. And we'll see how that goes. So I am excited because I love to eat. And then, like I told you guys, I took this whole week off of work. So I only needed 2 days off to have off 9 days, I believe. So I was like done doing it. I feel very mentally burnt out from work. It's been like a weird year, and I've been kind of quiet the last few weeks, but I just still feel very like mentally burnt out. So I think this week is gonna be good to kind of help me like just hopefully like calm down mentally. So we'll see. But I did want to talk about something. I had not been on here for a little bit, and I kind of just wasn't feeling it, to be honest with you. So I had a comment on another video, I think, where I talked about my October polishes. And I don't know, it just came across kind of rude to me and passive aggressive. I'm very lucky I don't get a lot of like hate comments or have like a lot of like troll comments on my channels. I've had a few in the past, but nothing crazy. I think just because I'm a small channel. But someone commented, like, oh, I've been a follower for a really long time, but I'm getting kind of worried about you. I think you're weird. So I try not to let stuff get into my head. I really truly do, because at the end of the day, I'm like, you see like the tiniest sliver of my whole entire life. But I did kind of get in my head. I feel like I've always been kind of weird. Not weird, but like I talk about a lot of stuff here, right? Like we go on tangents, we go on journeys, we go through the peaks and the valleys. Like we will start at point A and end up at point Z. But I feel like that is something about my videos that you guys enjoy, I hope. I hope. And I feel like I try to be very positive on here, except for, sometimes I do talk about some hard things that are going on in my life. But for the most part, I try to be very upbeat and just, share my joy of polish with you all. And then the second part of it that bothered me was like, I've shared a lot about what's going on in my life, obviously. I've talked about my mental health struggles. I've talked about my physical health struggles. I've talked about my divorce. I've talked about being in perimenopause. I've talked about my moods. I've talked about all kinds of things on here. I feel like I try to be open, right? Like, I share a lot of like external things besides polish on here, which I have no problem doing, because it's just like, that's my life, that's my personality. I am an oversharer to my core. But the way that the comment was worded, it was like, oh, I love you, girl, but. And then it's like, if you are really truly concerned about someone on the internet and they're like maybe mental health or like mental well-being or whatever the case may be, is leaving a passively aggressive rude comment on the video really the way that you want to handle that? Especially if it is someone that you say you love and care about as a person. For me personally, that is not the way I would even handle that situation whatsoever, because I feel like if someone is having an issue, I don't see how that could be helpful or beneficial whatsoever. And second of all, like I said, there's only, you're seeing a sliver of my life, basically. You see what I want you to see. And I do share a lot of different things. I try not just to be a highlight reel. I do share the bad as well. But to think that you watch these videos and you can like figure out that I'm like in a mental spiral or something without me saying that is kind of interesting. And so the comment just really got in my head. It replayed in my head. In case y'all are wondering, I am fine. I am actually feeling a lot better than I have felt in a good while, honestly. I guess I just want to say, and you guys are always so sweet to me, so this really isn't directed towards the majority of people. Like, I really do, and I say this often, have some of the best and sweetest subscribers, like, in all the whole wide world, and I really do, and I'm so thankful for you guys. I tell you this often, like, I am so, so thankful for you guys. Like, I love coming on here to talk about stuff, and you guys are always very sweet, very encouraging, and I appreciate it. But, you know, being mean to people on the internet is just like a trend right now, and it's just, I don't get it. I really truly don't. It's like it takes zero effort to just be nice. I tell my kids this all the time. Like, it takes zero energy to be kind. Like, it's the easiest thing in the world to be kind. If you don't like what I'm talking about, or you think I've gotten too crazy for you, or, you know, going on a tangent from point A to point Z isn't something you want anymore, like, you could literally just either not watch, unsubscribe, and just not say anything. Like, I don't know. So anyway, rant over. Just, like, be kind. Like, you really truly don't know what anyone in this whole wide world is going through. And, you know, people come on and they present all of these, like, you know, trying to give our best foot forwards, right? And I think that's for everybody. And, you know, whether they're on the internet or in real life, like, we're all literally just trying to live. And some of us are going through some things, and most people are going through some things. And, like, I just don't see the point to just not be nice. And so then, you know, this comment gets in my head, and then my views are down, you know, my views are down, and that's okay. Like, I've been doing this for a long time, and I understand that there's, like, all of these different things that happen, so I'm okay with that. But it just, I'm like, am I weird? I even rewatched the video, and I was like, I don't think I'm any weirder than normal. I even talked to a few of my friends, and I was like, oh, hey guys, do you think I'm getting weird? And they were like, no, not any weirder than normal. And I'm like, okay, thanks. And then they were like, we would tell you. Like, if we thought you had fallen off the deep end, we would literally tell you. So I'm going to assume that I don't seem like a crazy deranged person online. And if I do, I guess maybe someone else will let me know. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to talk about that because I just feel like, like I said, I don't understand. Like, if you really are concerned about my mental health and my well-being, like, I would hope that there would be another way that people would, like, attempt to, I don't know, reach out to me on that level. So, but back to being thankful, since we're getting close to Thanksgiving. I do just want to tell you guys how thankful I am for all of you that watch. You guys are just really supportive, and you're really nice, and you come on here and you comment, and we talk nail polish and we talk life, and you guys are very encouraging and very uplifting, and I appreciate you all so, 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 so much. Making polish videos really is like one of the joys of my life, and I hate that I let something like that kind of like take that joy from me for a minute. But I hope that you all have an amazing Thanksgiving with your family or friends or whoever you decide to spend the day with. Hope that you have a very long list of things that you are thankful for this year. I know I do. I'll be praying for everybody to have the most wonderful and amazing holiday season possible. So thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please make sure to click the like button down below. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do. And thanks you all for watching. I will see you on the next video. I hope you have an amazing Thanksgiving. Bye.